All right, you guys ready? I think so. It's like 106, something like that. Oh my god.
There's something inherently eerie about an audio recording. The idea of listening in on a horrifying incident, a freak accident, a glance into someone's life that feels so close, yet so incredibly distant. Across the internet, there are countless disturbing happenings that have been recorded, media that we can readily view anytime we want. Yet tonight, I'd like to share with you 3 stories, not of which we can say, but of those we can't.
You turned 40 in 2 weeks? Hell yeah, the big 4-0. Yeah, I don't know. I just haven't given a shit, man. I still exercise and everything.
It's a stormy night. August 24th, 2019. A woman named Deborah Stevens is out delivering newspapers before the world begins to wake. It's loud and intensely dangerous. As she's driving, her car suddenly begins to hydroplane. Yet instead of regaining control, the waters around her rapidly rise, sweeping her car off the road and pinning it against nearby trees.
Oh god, I think I think I've heard this shit before. I don't know, maybe we'll see.
Realizing that she's in danger, she immediately calls her mother-in-law, panicking, pleading for any sort of help. She's informed to call the police. Surely emergency services can help her out of this, right? And so, she situates herself, dials 911, and explains to dispatch the following.
Yeah, I think this is the one with the shitty 911 dispatcher. I think.
Where's your emergency?
I have an emergency, a severe emergency. I'm in a flooding. My car veered off the road while I was doing my newspapers, and I'm flooded over here on the end of Kincaid, and it's all the way up to my windows, and I can't get out, and I'm scared to death, ma'am.
Okay,
Can you please help me really bad?
I need you to calm down. I need you to tell me where you are.
I don't know, ma'am. I'm on the end of Kincaid down here by these apartments. There's some apartments on Kincaid. I don't know what they're called.
What color is your vehicle?
Avenue. On the other side of Kincaid, at the very end of Kincaid Street, there's some apartments, and
do you have a dark blue car, is what I'm asking you? What color is your vehicle?
Yeah, dark. It's gray SUV, lady, and the motor's all the way up to my windows.
Okay, hold on for me. Don't hang up. Am I not on the phone with you trying to get you some help?
Yeah.
Okay.
God damn, yeah. I remember this shit, dude. Like, what the fuck? Am I not on the phone with you? Bro, like, that's completely unnecessary.
I'm sorry.
You're not going to die. I don't know why you're freaking out. It's okay. I know the water level is high. I understand that. But you freaking out doing nothing but losing your oxygen up in there. So just calm down.
But are they not going to come get me?
You said what? I'm sorry?
When are they going to be here?
As soon as they get there.
Well, how long is that going to be before I die?
Yeah, I know.
Jesus.
As Deborah pleads for her life, it starts to become evident that the operator, a woman named Donna Renault, is becoming a bit annoyed with her demeanor. As we know, this is the absolute worst time, the worst line of work even, to let emotion cloud your judgment. Deborah needs help. So where in the world is it?
Ma'am, it's getting all the way up to my chest, and
I know the water's up to your chest. Just stay on the phone with me, and I have an officer and the fire department coming out to you. So just hold on, okay?
Thank you. I'm sorry if I'm rude, but I'm scared.
You're not being rude. I know you're scared. Just calm down for me.
I'm scared. I've never had anything like this happen to me before.
Well, this will teach you next time. Don't drive in the water.
Couldn't see it, ma'am. I'm sorry, or I wouldn't.
I don't see how you didn't see it. You had to go right over it. So.
No, ma'am. I was in a truck. I was in a.
Like, this is just so completely unnecessary. Like, even if she did see it, and even if she did make a mistake, why would you say it at this point in time? There is no reason to say it to a person that thinks they're going to die. Like, there's nothing to gain here. You know what I mean?
Lot. There was no water where I was at.
Okay.
And when I got to the end of the parking lot, I was looking for the road to get out into the main road. When I got to the main road, it was too late. There was water, and I couldn't see it fast enough.
The water just didn't appear.
Jesus Christ.
As this call continues, it's evident that Renault isn't taking her seriously. A woman trapped and unable to escape her vehicle is reportedly
I would have hung up and just called back. Honestly, I would have hung up and called back, get another person, because she's obviously a fucking huge bitch, you know? Like, what the fuck? Why does she even have this job?
Equivalent to the priority of a stalled vehicle. It's only midway through this call when it's finally escalated.
Whoa, wait a minute. Holy shit, I didn't know about that.
To escape her vehicle is reportedly only equivalent to the priority of a stalled vehicle.
Wow. Okay, I didn't know about that. Holy shit.
It's only midway through this call when it's finally escalated. But even then, crucial minutes have already bled by. Deborah Stevens, as we know, is running out of time.
Ma'am, please.
Hold on for me. Hold on. Ladder 2.
Oh, my God.
Okay, I know. Listen to me. They are in the area. They are trying to find you. They cannot find you right now. I'm trying to ping where you are, so do not hang up, because this 911 call is helping me ping your location, so don't hang up on me. Okay, where are you moving to? Tell me where it's going. Okay, tell me where you are. Listen to me, hold on.
Jesus.
Deborah Stevens, following this call, wouldn't make it out alive. And her vehicle, a tomb, swept away in one of the most heartbreaking freak accidents that I have ever listened to.
That's beyond fucked, man.
About 10 minutes after this call ended, rescuers were finally able to make their way to her. However, by then, it was far too late.
Yeah, it was way too late.
As it turned out, she had drowned inside.
There's got to be some type of crime. Like, okay, I'm just going to say like murder or some shit, but it's not murder. I'm not saying that the 911, was it negligence? Yeah. Negligence? She should be fucking convicted of like criminal negligence or some shit, man. That's ridiculous that the operator was such a fucking bitch.
And a mother, a daughter, a friend who was simply out delivering newspapers to the public had undeservingly lost her life.
Jesus. If I remember correctly, nothing happened to that.
Tonight, the 911.
If I remember correctly, nothing happened to that dispatcher. What was her? Hold on. Okay, yeah. The dispatcher submitted her resignation notice 2 weeks prior to the incident. Stephen's death occurred during what was to be the operator's final shift. Police said in the report the operator might have faced disciplinary action and she's still been an employee, but she would have been fired, police concluded. No evidence of criminal negligence. Dude, this like completely makes me lose faith in police. Like anyone with common sense, you know what I mean? The evidence shows that while operator Renal spoke rudely to Miss Stevens during the call, she actually bumped the call up in order of importance shortly after receiving it. Yeah, but it should have never started off as low as it was. This is absolutely negligence. I thought it was supposed to be that anytime someone calls and like says shit like this, I have emergency, severe emergency, I'm gonna die. I thought they had to take it like serious. She was on her last shift. Holy fuck, man. Dude, you know what, man? If she would have like quit, this woman might have been alive.
We'll return after these messages.
Alright guys, before we continue, I'd like to talk about tonight's video sponsor.
Hell yeah! Let's go, bro! I got Factor upstairs, man. Factor's good, man, but unfortunately it's not as good as this fucking Chick-fil-A right here. Factor's super good, man. I recommend it. I've had sponsorships too from Factor.
Alright, so I won't lie, I'm a pretty big Uber Eats guy. When I'm caught up with work
Same,
and I don't
brother.
have the time to make the meals that I should, I always
Same.
resort to that app. That dreaded app. Calling my name.
Yo, I'll tell you what, man. If you guys ever use DoorDash, never use the fucking app. Dude, I swear to God, whenever you open this piece of shit, there's like, it's like going on a porn site. There's like 5 million ads that pop up. Like DoorDash is so fucking overly aggressive when it comes to, do you want notifications? Do you want notifications? I think you should have notifications. Like, dude, there's so many fucking notifications, man. It's insane.
But it's okay, because I've recently found a much more convenient and much more affordable option with Factor. Factor is a food delivery service that offers chef-crafted and never...
Oh, man, sun-dried tomato chicken. This one's really good, actually. No meme, this one's really good. I like this one a lot.
Frozen meals that are ready to eat in just 2 minutes.
My only issue with Factor is they put way too much fucking broccoli in all of their meals. I even like broccoli, but they put broccoli in every single fucking meal, man.
Of making constant trips to the grocery store or overpaying on delivery apps, Factor ensures that you're able to get restaurant quality meals delivered straight to your door. My favorite part about Factor is how easily their meals can be prepped. All it takes is 2 minutes in the microwave and bam, dinner's ready.
Hell yeah.
Head to factor75.com or click the link below and use code 50NEXPO to get 50% off plus free shipping on your first Factor box. Once again, that's code 50NEXPO at factor75.com
from the grocery
to get
store.
50% off plus free shipping on your first box. Thank you so much to Factor for sponsoring tonight's video. Now let's get back to it.
I like Factor, man. I gotta pee. I gotta pee real fast.
From WNBC TV in New York, this is Live at 5 with Jack Cafferty, Sue Simmons, and Al Roker with a weather.
The year is 1986, and on WNBC New York, a reporter named Jane Dornacker is giving her daily traffic report. Once a musician and an actress, she had found her home here in her late 30s,
Damn, Whoopi
enthusiastically
Goldberg?
providing updates about accidents, traffic jams, what have you, to the affiliated Joey Reynolds radio show. For her, the news media was a job secure and consistent. So what could possibly, if ever, go wrong?
The exclusive AccuWeather forecast for our area overnight, mostly clear and cool.
At 4:44 in the afternoon on October 22nd, 1986, an Instrom F-28F helicopter operated by a company called Spectrum takes off for their daily WNBC traffic analysis. On board was 39-year-old Jane Dornacker, joined by a 30-year-old captain, Bill Pate. The flight, like so many others, was meant to be unremarkable. However, what neither of them knew was that a maintenance engineer had installed the wrong clutch to it. A severe oversight that has the potential to cause a complete loss of power to the aircraft's rotor blades.
Okay, so I'm not like a mechanic, but for any mechanics in chat, isn't installing the wrong fucking clutch? Don't you have to be a complete dumbass to do that? Because to me, installing the wrong clutch seems very, very, very fucking stupid.
Nevertheless, the engineer was highly experienced. The helicopter appeared ready.
What? The engineer was highly experienced?
to go. However, over the next 2 minutes after takeoff, something would go horribly wrong.
Okay, here's Jane Dornacker now on the helicopter.
Thank you very much, Joy. There was indeed an accident southbound on the Major Deegan at the Mosholu Parkway, an serious accident involving a tractor-trailer and a car. It has been pushed off to the shoulder, but now watch out there now, because another flatbed truck is going to have to come to clear it, so yield right of way. Northbound on the BQE, we spotted that disabled vehicle in the right-hand lane before the Kiosko, not causing much of a backup, but further northbound there on the BQE, traffic is very heavy past the Kiosko all the way over to the LIE. The outbound Holland Tunnel, extra heavy for you right now. Earlier there was a car fire at Hudson and Canal Street. It has been cleared about heading to New Jersey. The outbound Lincoln Tunnel looks a lot better for you in New Jersey. Get the water! Get the water! Get the water!
Holy shit.
At this moment, the helicopter had struck the chain link fence of a nearby pier after rapidly nosediving and had crashed into the Hudson River. And stunned and completely confused, Joey Reynolds continues in hopes of quelling panic.
Okay, we're going to play some music here, I think. Find out what's going on with the helicopter. There's something happened there. It's 5:45, 16 till 5 on WNBC on the Joey Reynolds Show. We're taking an helicopter report from Jane Dornacker. Let's check in, see how they're doing there. And then we'll come right back at you. Nothing happened with Jane. We had a helicopter report from the N-copter. Of course, once before we had this happen. A few months ago, she went down in the drink. Yeah. Not she. I mean, she has a pilot. But this time she said, hit the water, something like that. So we're going to find out what's going on there, so stay tuned. We hope nothing...
Wait a minute.
Nothing happened. A few months ago, she went down in the drink. Yeah.
What the fuck does that mean? It crashed earlier?
Not she. I mean, she has a... So,
Airlines Hawaii. 8 days, 7 nights for
Wait, that was it?
$59.
We'll take you back downstairs to Jerry, and we will stay up here and have reports for you as we can bring them to you. Jerry?
It's McDonald's 31st anniversary. And
cargoes of food and medicine have been flown to famine-stricken southern Sudan. The first flights...
Good evening. The Mets even the World Series. We'll have team coverage of their incredible comeback in Boston.
But first, we have a grim development in a tragedy that struck us here at NBC today, a tragedy heard by millions. WNBC traffic reporter Jane Dornacker has been pronounced dead. Her pilot remains in critical condition tonight.
For 15 minutes, the aircraft sat submerged in 20 feet of water, and the occupants inside, helpless as they struggled to comprehend the reality that they found themselves thrown in. Through no fault of their own, the aircraft's Sprag clutch had failed, causing the rotor blades to completely seize up and leaving them with no other option but to plunge downward, down to the depths below. The pilot, Bill Pate, was severely injured from this accident. However, Jane Dornacker wasn't quite so lucky. The strangest part about this entire situation is that this wasn't even Dornacker's first encounter inside of a falling aircraft, as only 6 months prior, a helicopter that she was on board, again, had fallen from the sky. Following her death...
Dude, I'm gonna be real. If that happened to me, I would probably never go in a helicopter again. Okay, I've been in car crashes before, right? But it hasn't been my fault. But the difference is that I have to drive. I don't have a choice. This is different though. If I were to crash like this, I wouldn't go in a fucking helicopter again. This is nuts though. This is crazy that she had been in a previous fucking helicopter accident.
Joey Reynolds' situation is that this wasn't even Dornacker's first encounter inside of a falling aircraft, as only 6 months prior, a helicopter that she was on board, again, had fallen from the sky. Following her death, Joey Reynolds and the entire staff at WNBC were in complete shock. However, none of it compared to the loss that was experienced by Dornacker's 16-year-old daughter, Naomi. Just 3 months prior, she had lost her father, and out of nowhere, now had to contend with the loss of the only other parent in her life.
Jesus Christ.
An unimaginable heartbreak, especially for someone at such a young age.
That's fucking awful.
In the end, Naomi was given a $325,000 settlement from a wrongful death lawsuit with Spectrum Helicopters.
I don't know, man. That seems really fucking low. I ain't trying to put a price on human life, but like, how old was she? 16? You can't even live for the rest of your life off of that. Oh no, that seems like incredibly low.
A sum equal to nearly $1 million today. But even still, her life was complete.
I don't know though, man, because like, how do you value a human life? So like, while I'm saying it's low, some people might think that it's not low. That's also something to think about. How do they even come up with that number, right? What is the criteria? And, you know, she was really young. Like this reporter's daughter was really young. She was 16, right? So she has her whole life still ahead of her. And now both her parents are dead. And they only gave her $325,000. I figure that in this particular case, when it was a fault of the company, that person's child should be taken care of for the rest of their life. Like, I can't even imagine how that feels. You lose a parent at such a young age, and then that's just what you get. I think that's incredibly low, actually.
Shattered. In the end, Naomi was given a $325,000 settlement from a wrongful death lawsuit with Spectrum Helicopters, a sum equal to nearly $1 million today. But even still, her life was completely shattered. She had lost everyone she loved, and she ultimately became an orphan through no fault of her own. This incident all around is one of the most heartbreaking cases that I have ever researched, and I can't even begin to imagine the horror that Jane felt in her final moments. All it took was one single maintenance mistake to flip an entire family's life upside down, and I truly hope that today, Naomi is at least doing okay.
I wonder if anything happened to the maintenance guy. When you're observing and appreciating a well-toned man, what about man's figure? I don't know, man. I don't look at men that way. I can think a guy is handsome, but I'm just not like sexually attracted to men. I mean, I'm sorry. I've never like looked at a guy and was like, holy fuck, I want him to pound me. What about me pounding him? No.
It's June 2016. The world is ensnared in politics. Harambe takes over the internet.
Oh, God.
And over on YouTube.
Dicks out for Harambe. Dude, they shouldn't have shot Harambe. I don't think so, man.
Harambe takes over.
A zoo reopens after killing gorilla to save child. Like, dude, okay, man. How did the kid get into Harambe's enclosure? The young boy was able to get into Harambe's enclosure at the Cincinnati Zoo. Crawling under railing, he crawled under a steel railing that separated the public viewing area, going through wires and bushes, falling into the moat. It is important to note that the zoo stated the barrier met safety guidelines and had not been breached before. A witness indicated the boy had previously expressed the desire to enter the enclosure and his mother was momentarily distracted by other children. Oh no, man. This is 100% the fucking parents' fault. 100% the fucking parents' fault.
That child's life was in danger. And people who question that or are Monday morning quarterbacks or second guessers don't understand that you can't take a risk with a silverback gorilla. They're very big.
That child has fallen into the gorilla cage.
Like, dude, how does this situation even happen, bro? In my opinion, this is 100% the parents' fault. I feel like people, they just get too comfortable, man. I feel like when people put themselves in the situation, man, they just forget how serious it can actually be.
Nerve-wracking ordeal unfolding Saturday afternoon. The child's mother watching from above.
Mommy's right here.
Authorities say the child climbed over the 3-foot barrier, made his way through wires and bushes, and then plunged the 15 feet into the moat. The gorilla cornering the boy and then picking him up.
This child was being dragged around. His head was banging on concrete. This was not a gentle thing.
At one point, the primate stops and appears to hold the child's hand, later propping the boy up from behind and eventually dragging him all the way to the other side of the cage. After 10 excruciating minutes, officials made the decision to shoot and kill him, saying that a tranquilizer dart would have been too risky.
They had to do something very quickly. The dart takes too long. The child would not have a chance.
The child, home with his family now, suffering only minor injuries. This video from 2014 shows a 3-foot-high railing that separates the crowd.
I don't know, man. I just, like, we have these zoos. We have them. Dude, I don't know, man. Maybe my fucking mentality. You know what it is? Maybe I just fucking hate humans or something, man. We are so stupid. Like, as humans are so unbelievably stupid, man. It's fucking crazy. It's insane. We take these animals, we put them in a place where we can, where we can look at them whenever we want, and they're our little pets and our playthings and shit. And then so we do that, right? And then a bunch of people come and look at the animals, and then one of them is careless and lets their fucking kid climb through all these security things, dude, right? And then we shoot the gorilla. And I bet no one even thought that there was the parent's fault. Like, to me, that's crazy, man. That's just crazy to me. Mommy's right here. Where the hell was she? Yo, holy shit. Cooked. Absolutely fucking cooked. What the fuck? Yeah, the parent should be held accountable. Yeah. Everything began to change after they shot that damn gorilla. Pretty big accident to not see your kid climb over a 3-foot barricade and over some bushes and fall into the exhibit, causing the death of a 17-year-old endangered animal because you can't watch your kid at the zoo. That's insane, man. That's crazy. Yeah, I don't know, man. I like, dude, it's really fucking sad, man.
The world is ensnared in politics. Harambe takes over the internet. And over on YouTube, a user named Sir Daniel Fortesque
What's that this though, man? You don't fuck with no gorilla. Dude, a gorilla will rip your fucking head off, man.
Uploads a video depicting a strange, eerie radio broadcast. His recording is only 1.5 minutes in length. However, in the description, he provides us with some context. My name is Cody E, and I'm a swing shift security guard at a bank management building located in Utah. Inside the security office is an old AM/FM radio that belongs to my supervisor, who listens to talk shows during his daytime shift. On June 16th, 2016, I was killing time before I got off work and began to play with the old radio. It was set to AM stations, and while turning the knob, scanning through stations, I came across a very creepy broadcast. After listening to it for about 1.5 minutes, I quickly grabbed my cell phone and began to record the audio. I could hear 2 voices during the broadcast. The first and most often heard is of a woman crying, in to me what sounds like fear or agony. While the woman's crying and speaking, you can hear faint words spoken from another woman or girl who sounds younger. I wrote down what I believe I hear the voices saying in the recording, but if you hear something different or can make sense of audio I couldn't understand, feel free to leave it in the comments and tell me what you think of it. I don't post videos to YouTube normally, and I don't focus this channel on anything specific. I simply recorded this video from an experience I had at work and was asked by my friends to post the recording here. Thank you. The following is the OP's recording.
fuck is this?
Brady.
What the fuck was that?
This broadcast, as we could hear, initially sounds like some sort of voicemail. A woman cries, pleads, begs for mercy. Yet throughout the entire recording, we never hear a response from whoever she's supposedly talking to. What is she crying about? Who is she? And what in the world is going on? Looking up specific words from the broadcast turns up nothing. A recording of a movie or TV show? A nearly impossible dead end. This audio just exists, cast out into the endless void of the internet for all of us to chew on and to become intensely creeped out by. 5 years ago, we dove into the bizarre mystery of Portland's 96.7 FM and the strange broadcasts that were emanating from it for over a year. Throughout my video, we narrowed the culprit down to a non-profit called the Community Alliance of Tenants, whom, as expected, denied any involvement with it. While that's so, in that case, we were at least given a call sign, something to chew on to take the investigation deeper. Yet here, nothing. All we have is an eerie voice muddled in static, and a general location far too broad to narrow down. Given the nature of shortwave radio stations and how anyone can broadcast anything on them given the proper equipment, I do believe that this has the potential to be someone messing around. But then again, what if it isn't? I'm curious if any of you remember anything like this taking place around Utah in 2016.
I've never been there.
I have a feeling that someone out there has some sort of recording related to this, and this is precisely where I need your help. What truly is the context here? What in the world is she pleading for? And most importantly, who exactly is the woman on the radio?
I mean, Salt Lake City looked pretty.
A medium so intimate, so familiar, so intensely unsettling. A frontier where we as onlookers can allow our minds to wander, filling in the gaps of lost information with always the worst case scenario. Tonight, you and I dove into 3 cases of the darkest audio on the internet. I hope you all enjoyed this. This was different, I know. But if you have any other suggestions for cases that would fit this mold, feel free to send them over to dtfaisubmissions@gmail.com. Once again, that's dtfaisubmissions@gmail.com. Thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you soon. I love you all.
Excellent video.
And good night.
Excellent video. Nexpo's awesome, man.
Dornacker was a familiar voice to commuters with her traffic reports, and this was her second crash. The first one was in April when her chopper went down in the Hackensack River near Richfield Park, New Jersey.